This is the first time in my entire life that I can't just like put my hand around my entire arm, and so that's been pretty nice to see like physical noticeable result compared to, the pencils that I always used to have. My name is David, and I have been a member of Black Box for around 2 years consistently now. Yeah, I jumped right in and was pretty good from the get-go, so I'm stuck around. Prior to my time at Black Box, I hadn't really done too much for gym stuff. As part of like track and field, I've done a little bit of gym, but most of that was under very intense supervision from coaches, and even that was very much like, do exactly this, exactly that, and it was okay. I just never really felt like I was that interested in it, and as soon as track season went in, I was done. I was no longer interested. On my own just wasn't a thing, but having something that kind of motivates me to go and keeps me interested, even though I'm working out, tends to be the way to go. Yeah, I was definitely a little concerned that it would be very open-ended and there'd just be a bunch of people who were super fit and had been doing this for years and they'd just all kind of tower over me and laugh. But it ended up being pretty solid there. And then I was a little bit concerned as well that folks might just be all like really sweaty, really nasty, but thankfully everything's been super clean and nice. So that was very much a quick thing to walk in and go, oh, this is really cool. I don't have to worry about that at all. I think the most big difference thing between a traditional gym versus coming to Black Box is just the ease of everything. You don't have to re-rack your weights. You don't have to deal with anything else. There's no waiting in line. It's like, oh, I want to do rows. I'm going to do rows right now. Hit the button and it loads up. You just don't have to deal with how much weight you should or shouldn't be using. If you want to go a little easy, you just tap a button and you get a little bit of an easier set. If you're feeling it and you want to get, a really hard set in, or if you say that enemy is coming at you and you need to stop them, just hit one of the harder buttons, go hard. Either way works. It's like, are you even going to use that? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use it. I'm like, you're still texting.
Yeah,
oh man, the absolute best part. Well, see, that's hard because part of what makes it so interesting and so cool is the combination of all the things. If I have to pick a single best part though, I just like seeing my lightning tiger go streaking across the stage. There's something magical about being like, that's right, that's my cat, and I win. Some of the things that were unexpected, but then I really came to appreciate about Black Box, one was probably just having my own booth. I get to come in here, be in my own headspace, do my own thing. Another small thing that I didn't really expect to love, but actually turned out to be one of my favorite things, is I really dig the music. And I don't even use my own music at this point because I enjoy the songs, and I have kind of like that pattern put in place where I know when I start hearing that right song, and it starts hyping me up when I start getting near the end and the really big intense music kicks on. It's like, oh, that's the right spot. I've always done a little bit of active things in my life. I play a lot of ultimate frisbee and some other running type sports. My legs have always been, I'm pretty happy with that. But my arms, you could pretty much, fit a hand around there. There just wasn't much going on. So this is the first time in my entire life that I can't just like put my hand around my entire arm. And so that's been pretty nice to see like physical noticeable result compared to, the pencils that I always used to have. Being able to stay physically active was definitely very important for my own mental health. And this was a way to consistently do that. Even on days where I'm like, I just went yesterday, but I'm dragging a little today, I will actually change my schedule for that week to say, I'm actually going to go another day right now because I really need that little boost, that little pick-me-up. The post-workout high is very much a thing. I've actually been asked several times, just randomly out and about while in Black Box gear and having to explain to somebody what it is. Usually start really simple. It's like, it's a gym, but instead of just sitting around doing things at your own pace and hoping that you're doing the right thing, you kind of get guided through what you're doing, but it's also a game. Depending on your audience, you get a little bit more technical there. If you want to talk about like the tower defense style or like having multiple lanes, you can go into that. But just saying it's a gym and you work out and you see results really quick while having fun usually does the trick pretty well. I think that's been one of the things that I very much like for Black Box just as a whole, is getting to see my numbers getting better as I go on and like feeling not only physically stronger, but also like seeing the numbers go up. And so the first time that I broke 70K work for a 30-minute exercise was like really exciting to walk out and be like, whoa. Because when I first started, it was closer to like 40, 45, if that. And now I push 60 into 70 almost every single time. So just seeing like actual solid results is really cool. I feel like Black Box VR has also just been fun because I get to connect with some of my friends. I have a couple friends who have been coming as well. So we both get to talk about it, kind of talk strategies, discuss a little bit about what's going on, while also knowing that it's something positive that we're able to do for ourselves. If you're just not sure and you're just like on that fence about trying Black Box or not, just come in and give it a shot. It's super easy to get started. The trainers are all super helpful. Every single one of them is always there to greet you and answer any questions just to make sure that you're all set up and ready to go. Try it a couple times and you may find out that it's actually a lot more of your thing than you thought, and it's really easy to get started on. It's not super complicated. It's not like going to be mind-boggling. You're not like memorizing chemical elements or anything. It's really easy to jump into. Give it a shot. You'll have a lot more fun than you think, and then just go from there. It's easy to continue the habits.